Hello everyone and welcome to Travel Sticks, and specifically to our visit to Balloch in Scotland, conveniently located right next to Loch Lomond, so a nice base to start from. Remember, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe. It does help us out quite a bit, so thank you. Now, Balloch is a good place to start from when you're trying to explore the national park around Loch Lomond or even Loch Lomond itself, as it has connections to all of the main, let's say, hub areas or the main viewing areas. And it also has a boat that goes around and gives you a bit of a tour around Loch Lomond itself, which is also very interesting. But do dress warm because it is a bit chilly on the lake. Now, as for Balloch itself, the main attraction that we found, aside from what we mentioned earlier, is the Balloch Castle Country Park. It is actually not that big, so you can perfectly do your walk around here, let's say early morning or in the afternoon, just to relax a bit. The park itself is very well maintained, is frequented by locals as well, and as you can see, it's a perfect place to either hang out with your kids or just have a nice walk around. Now, one of the first things you'll notice as you're walking through the park is these small, let's say, wooden sculptures or houses. Some of these are actually fairy houses meant to house, naturally, fairies. And you'll see that according to local tradition, they will also put coins either in fallen trees or in these kinds of places. And that is in order to be granted a wish. Now, when you get to the center of the park, you will see Balloch Castle here. Now, important to note is that this is not the original castle. So the original castle from, I believe, the 13th century was torn down in the 19th century by John Buchanan, and this building was put there now. Now, as you can see, while we visited, it was under renovation, which was unfortunate, but hopefully by the time you get there, it will be fully renovated and you'll be able to visit the inside. Now, another interesting thing you'll see are these named benches. So each bench has a plaque on it with a name or a few names on it, and this has multiple purposes. The first is that you can sit down in them and have an amazing view, and the second is to honor people, people alive such as patrons of the park and people that have passed on. Now, one thing you should probably visit is the walled garden. The walled garden is actually a perfect place to either have your lunch or have a little snack, as the inside is quite beautiful and generally it's relatively quiet and relatively peaceful, which means that you can also have your lunch in a relatively peaceful manner. Now, what we will leave you with, and which we believe is a must-see in the park, is the ferry path towards the north, or the end of the park. The path itself is somewhat more rough than the other paths in the park, so be sure to bring along some decent footwear. Now, the path itself, or at least the part that you can visit while you're in the park, takes you along this small little river all the way down into Loch Lomond to an amazing view, let's say a water level view of Loch Lomond without anything else next to you. So this is what we will leave you with. We hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you on the next one.